Welcome everyone to the female bodybuilding channel. We are a little bit sad because JB is not here. Irene, say something nice to JB because he's sad he's not here.
Oh, I'm so sorry, but I'm sure we will meet soon.
There you go. Irene Andersen, there is a big problem in 2023 because we haven't seen you on stage yet, and we are in June. Irene Andersen, what's going on?
Yeah, I can imagine that's a bit unusual that I'm not on stage. I've been on stage every year since 2003, except for 2 years. This will be my third year off in 2003.
So you've been on stage every year since 2003. That's 20. Which years did you take off and why?
I got my pro card 2005. So that year I didn't compete. And so I did my first pro show 2006. And the second year, I think it was 2014. Can't remember really why, but I didn't compete that year. So this will be my third year since 2003.
You say this will be your third year. What does that mean?
Third off-season year.
So you're saying you're taking, because we don't know. I know, but the people don't know. So what are you saying, Irene? Tell the viewers at home what's going on.
No, I just thought that my look last year, that I started out late to prepare for a show, and I didn't really have any off-season at all. So it was a really hard year for me last year. I wanted to compete and I did my best, but in afterhand, I think my body looked a bit tired because I had to go so low on carbs and huge amount of cardio. So I was like worn out when we came to the Olympia.
But one question, quick, so people want to know a little bit. So for people at home, you are the absolute, let's say, the top 3 biggest female bodybuilder in the world when it comes to weight. You're competing around 188, 190 pounds. And how many carbs and for how long did you diet on? What was the lowest you went? Well, how long for a period of time did you go?
No, the last weeks before the Olympia, I think I was down to like 1,200 calories for like at least 6-7 weeks. I did like 3-4 hours of cardio, posing training plus the training. So that was tough. So my plan this year is like to really try to come up to a high amount of calories before I start diet. So it's not like I'm taking a year off. I'm training hard and I eat a lot, 6, 7, 8 times a day. Want to put on some size and look fuller and even more shred next year.
So we can talk about quickly to go back last season. First show was what was the show called again in America?
Was it Savannah?
That was, we will not even talk about that show, the results. Then then we went into the Rising Phoenix.
Yes, very disappointed on my placing there though.
Why were you disappointed?
No, I did. I think I deserved a bit higher place. I got a 13th place, I think. Yeah, from being like 3rd and 5th the other years. So
how does that feel to go to 13th when obviously conditioning could have been a little bit better, but it's called women's bodybuilding. Rising Phoenix is called the Women's Bodybuilding World Championships. And you have a lot of great athletes beating you, but it's not necessarily all of them or what you would consider women's bodybuilding per se?
No. Yeah, I don't know how they was judging last year. I think they didn't went on size though.
No.
No.
Is that frustrating?
Yes, because I still think we saved the bodybuilding. We're supposed to have bodybuilding, and you're not supposed to sit and watch a show and see what kind of posting they're doing to see if it's women's physique or if it's bodybuilding. You should know just by see the girls. So I think it's still there's no clear line between women's physique and bodybuilding still.
Is there any way to, because that's obviously the judging, is there any way to, what can we, so the judging needs, we need some type of different criteria, or we need to know the rules, or we need to remember, the judges need to remember what is women's body. What do we think we can, but what do we think we can, how can we make this better?
I've been thinking about it a lot, and I've been talking to the other girls a lot about it too. I don't know if we can solve the problem if we go on more like that we had before, a heavyweight and a lightweight. So we have like some kind of weight limit that you need to have to go in the bodybuilding. I don't know. It's hard because some girls are taller and some are shorter, and but I think we need to figure out so we can have like a clear line at least.
Then we went to, all of a sudden, you were like, we were like, because we needed some points to go to the Olympia. And then all of a sudden, we saw you on the list, Romania Pro, and us, we were like, okay, this show, she's going to win it because she has time to get in better condition. This is in Europe. Here, she has the experience, she has the size, she has the symmetry. And then you went to, you were in the middle. Then switch. No, you weren't. Were you? Did you start in the middle there in prejudging, or were you on the side of Alcione?
I think I started in the middle. I don't know if it was because they called me out first. I don't know.
Then we saw a great battle, you, Alcione, and Samantha, and you finished third. And these are two girls who just made their women's Samantha just lost by 1 point to Natalia Coelho in women's physique in Brazil, and now she's beating you in women's bodybuilding. What are you thinking right after? Oh, she had great condition. This is fair, or like, what is going on now?
I don't know. It's a thin line because you need to have a great conditioning, even if you're big and you're a female bodybuilder, but I don't really know where to draw the line. If you should go on more conditioning or you should go on size. It's hard. I think we should go more on size because it's still women's bodybuilding. But of course, you need to be in a good condition. Absolutely.
Olympia, out of the blue, you showed up at the Olympia. Special invitation. In a way, it's really not. It was, but in the end, it was a special invitation. But you really earned that spot by finishing top 5, and then they kept it like top of a secret, and there was no. How was this for you going into the Olympia without any, like, you couldn't even speak about it, could you?
No, we just laid low about it, and I just tried to focus to look as good as I could, because the whole year I've been like struggling and fighting to get in shape. I was always behind. I was tired in my body, and I just still wanted to show my best, and I did what I could. I couldn't have done more. I came down in a good conditioning, but as I said, it's like my muscle did really popped because I was drained. I was tired. But it was hard to do like 4 shows that close, and so
after Olympia, you were thinking what? Like, I need to make a change. I need to make a statement because I'm clearly not done. As you can see on screen now, you don't look, the physique is there, the size is there. You don't look like the muscle is getting, it's not like an age thing. It's just that you can't be dieting on 100 grams of carbs and you're a bodybuilder. You're not a figure girl.
Yeah. No, I just thought that maybe I should listen to my coach for once, that he said, I think you need a year off. And I was like, maybe. And then I competed anyway, and year after year. But I was like, finally, okay, I take a year off.
You don't take a year.
And I'm fighting. I'm going to improve myself. And I wanted to put on some more size.
You want to put on more size. But is there any area on your physique? Do you mean all over the place? Is there some body parts you want to improve? When you say you want to put on size, what do you mean?
No, I'm just thinking to work on that X frame because I don't have the tiniest waist. So I want to put on more on the outer quads and more V shape for the lats, and put on some more on the shoulder. So I work on the V shape mostly. Shoulders,
lats, quads to get an illusion of, well, not illusion, to become more of.
Yeah, it's kind of that. Yeah.
Are you scared that to take a year off? Are you scared because the placings we've seen last year was it was a disappointment, to say the least, correct?
Yeah.
Is it a little bit scary to take a year off or no?
In the beginning, I was thinking, it's like when you have been competing every year, it's like when the season is over, you're already planning to what's the next show. And now I like, it's very far away for the next show. So what should you do? So it took some time. I got really sick after the Olympia. Helle Truvino went with me home, and we got so sick for like 3-4 weeks. I don't know if it was COVID or the US flu or something that happened during the Olympia. So, but when we started to feel better, then I like decided, no, I need more time to recover, more time to come up in higher intake of calories, and so I have a good position when I start my next diet. So I'm a bit heavy now, but 233 pounds. So
wait. we have a lot of men out there who gets turned on by when you say the numbers. How much did you say you were?
233. 233, and I'm like 106 kilo.
What's the heaviest you've been in off season in your entire career?
106.
So you're higher. You're 117 now, you said.
106.
So this is the heaviest.
This is actually the heaviest I've been off season.
Do you feel it's? Do you feel good? Or do you feel heavy or not?
I must admit I feel a bit heavy. Mostly, I can feel it in my feet.
You feel it in your feet.
Yeah. I think I need to pick some new shoes or something that.
But the sleeping is fine, or?
Oh yeah, it's fine. So I don't feel that heavy, and I have my 2 dogs, and we're out in the forest a lot, walking a lot. I'm training them, playing with them, so I'm active.
And how do you, after this long, and you're going to put on size, what does that mean? Like, how much more calories would you say that you're eating than before? Because it's really the food that's the difference, isn't it?
Yeah. I think I'm trying to be around 4,000 or 5,000 calories a day.
It's not 5,000 is pretty, but 4,000 is not that much for your size.
No. So I'm around. I try to be up on 5,000. It's a lot of food. I'm not used to eat that much, but I will see if I can higher it a bit more and still stay at the same weight. So just to figure out how much I can eat, not gaining so much, gaining muscle weight, yes, but I don't want to get fatter. So it's like proper food. It's not a lot of crap we eat.
It's fascinating. No, it's fascinating with bodybuilding. You never learn everything, do you? It's the body is it's ever ending. What do you call it? Project, isn't it?
Yes, it is. So it's actually something new because I haven't been off that long. So it's quite interesting to see how my body reacts, and
what is your goal when you come back? Like, what is your goal, Irene, now? Because now you tasted the Rising Phoenix top 3 placings, being top 3 best in the world. You've been an Olympia top 4 girl. Like people like, whoa, Irene Andersen, she's like, she never gets old, and she's like Dexter Jackson, to not doing anything last year. You tasted both sides. What do you want to achieve after taking a whole year off in 2020? What do you want to achieve?
No, my goal is to be back in the top 5, absolutely. Nothing less than that. So I'm going out hard. And I feel my body is fresh. I don't have any injuries. Everything is fine. Blood work is fine. Everything is fine. So I just need to feel this really desire to get back on the diet and get in shape. So you really get this eye of the tiger motion.
Yeah, because, and a little thing there with people are worried about this bodybuilding, blah, blah. It's not that much more unhealthier than figures right now. It's the same type of, what can I say? It's not like women's bodybuilding are you doing so much more risky than some of the other classes, is it?
No, I don't think so. No.
Top 5 at the Olympia. You want to get into that top 5 again?
Yeah, and next year you actually need to win a show to be qualified. So no more point system if they don't change that again. I personally don't like that they took away the point system, because I think they take away the motivation for the girls to do more shows, to show up on more shows. Because if you go to a show and you place maybe 4, 5, 6 or something, and you feel like, I'm impossible to win a show, so why should I do more shows? But if you have the point system, you get motivated, like, oh, I'm gonna do another show because maybe I can get some points there. So, and another dumb thing is that if the winner already qualified, number 2 don't get the spot, and we have 8 shows. So say that the girls show up and do 3 or 4 shows and she win. You have like 4 girls.
I'm going to ask you some quick questions before we go, and think before you answer. Okay. How would you rate?
Have you try?
You've been in women's bodybuilding since 2003. How would you rate from 1 to 10 women's bodybuilding right now? What was the best year for women's bodybuilding when it comes to making money, opportunities, shows, wide for women's bodybuilding? In your opinion, what was the best era, and what would that be first?
I think actually when Jake Wood stepped in and made a Rising Phoenix for us, all the girls were really excited. We had the ambassadorship. We could earn some money. It helped us out. I think that was the best year. Now it's still
2000 and what years are we talking? 2014, is it?
Yeah, and the years until now.
Okay, so how would you rate? So 2000. So we are worse right now than we were in them days. Is this correct for women's bodybuilding?
Yeah, I feel that Maybe we just got too much attention. I don't know, with the Rising Phoenix and these 5 years, and now it's like they dropped it. I don't know.
No,
it felt like we were more hyped up these 5 years before Olympia came back.
In your opinion, give me 2 names that has potential, and you can add yourself in it. 2 names you see that legit can beat Andrea Shaw in a bodybuilding contest.
Ooh,
if they are on and she's on, you know, like.
We absolutely have Helle Trovino. I think she could do that. If she bring her best look, and who more? All the big girls are like, they're like gone. And Monique is gone, and there's a lot of.
I know they're gone. That's why I'm asking you. Give me another name. You seen them? Who would it be?
I don't know.
Okay, wow. Last thing, since you've been around since this long, can you give me your top 3 physiques in your opinion since 2003 to now? Because you've seen them all up close, either on stage, on pictures. You met them. Who's the top 3 physiques of all time in your opinion, if you could judge it, or you know what I mean, of all time since 2003, well, to now?
Okay. We have. I loved Jakseni's shape.
Yes.
He has always been one of my favorites. Absolutely. I liked Monique's shape if she brought a bit better conditioning. I like her structure, the wide shoulders, but she needed to bring in a bit better conditioning. Yeah, actually, there's a lot of girls that have totally different physique. Alicia, she is really packed with muscle, totally different kind of physique. Then you have Mayla Ash. She's a bit more women's physique, but she has a very nice structure, nice lines. And then you have Helle. She has her specific look. Yeah.
There's some good girls there, correct?
Yeah, I could mention Kim Bok's physique. Everybody has something, but a lot of the girls, they don't compete anymore. So, yeah.
So this year, Irene Andersen is taking it off. She is not taking it off in the gym. She's training better than ever. She's eating better than ever. Full focus, and you're getting carbs into your system again, correct? So your body knows how to, wow, this is carbs, correct?
A lot of carbs. Huge amount of carbs.
And then you're going to start the prep late 2023. So you are in shape for the New York Pro Vancouver Island. Vancouver Island is in April. You know that show where they treat very good care of the athletes? Have you heard about Vancouver Island?
Yeah.
That's in April. And then you have that show, and then you have 2-3 weeks later the New York Pro. And then you have 2 opportunities. If the first one, you never know. You have 2 shots to take home the win and be qualified early. Correct?
Yeah, correct.
Isn't that the plan?
That's a good plan, yes.
Yes, that has to be the plan.
Good, you can help me with my plan. I'm just in like the eating and training and...
because we can't wait. We can't do the same like doing a summer show and all of a sudden you're not nailing it for whatever reason. You have to stress all year, and we just got to get the first New York Pro or the Vancouver, get it right in, get the victory, come back with a statement, big, huge, crazy shape and improvements. And well, Irene, thank you for your time. It's sad that we don't have you on stage. It's sad. You got to be honest. It's making.
I can agree. I feel a bit sad not being there.
Sad.
And every show I follow every girl who's competing and watch the stream, and yeah, so I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, good. Rising Phoenix. Who's taking it?
Andrea.
And go a little bit back so we can see the arms and delts a little bit, Irene. You got people waiting a long time to see this. And she's bigger, 234 pounds. 200. Oh, you know, some of them girls are like 150 in off season, huh? Yes. Anyway, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Nice to talk to you. Bye-bye.
The trainers,
Right.
all the supplement owners, and then once I've done that, then the promoters look, well, you got a valid product,
Right.
and we'll just see where we go.